In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto. Question everything, trust nothing. It's your boy, CryptoKeeper. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. We got Miguelito, MIA. I don't know where he's at, to be honest with you. I actually am kind of wondering, like, where's Miguel? So, Miguel, if you're out there listening, bro, jump on in whenever the heck you, whenever we find you. Guys, make sure you smash the likes. Make sure you do all of the socials. We're looking to definitely beef up our Twitter, looking to add to our Discord. Well, shoot, we're looking to add to everywhere. So if you're not following us on all our socials, make sure you do that. Let me see here. John, let me start it off real quick. Drop it in the chat, John. I read what you just said. I will definitely ask. I will ask Ben, but I did not see that. I know they're still doing content on their other on the other channels, but I don't think there was any going on their main, just on the other. So I will he's moved to Ireland so he can buy XRP. What? I'll check into it later, dude. I have no idea what in the world you are talking about. But let's jump into it. Let's have some fun tonight. Let me see what the market is looking like. So boom. Oh, that's not what I meant to pull up. All right. The market is, let me update this. We're up 0.18%. We're at 2.15 trillion. Guys, it's the weekend, so it's going to go, just kind of flat. At least generally that's what it is. We're just up over 46 for Bitcoin. ETH, my girl, 34.63, up 10% on the week, almost 10.5%. BNB at 440. We got Solana at $134. It's up 32% on the week. Solana needed a huge pump because it has been down, down, down. Terra Luna, as always, showing green all the way up at $115. If you got into Terra Luna early this year, drop a 1 into the chat. I'll be incredibly impressed. Some people made some big money there. XRP sitting at about 83 cents. Cardano at $1.17, which has had a nice little pump, but then a little bit of a correction back. And then Avalanche rounding out the top 10 at $97.74, up about 14% on the week. Not going to drop any TA right now. I don't have any of my stuff open, so let's just jump into it. I want to remind everybody, if you're not in the Discord, jump in there. Guess what we did today? We dropped a piece of art. So if you haven't checked that out yet, we have it. Actually, hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on one second. Let me pull it up here. I will show anyone who hasn't seen it. It is right here. Let me open it. Now, the actual the text that you're going to see on this is not part of the art. We put it on there because we realized that, hey, there could be people that are trying to steal this art. Let me show it to you. So here it is, guys. I'm super excited about this. So I want to tell you guys, the art is actually, the artist works for DC Comics. So we weren't playing around when we went out to get our artist. We said, you know what? We want to do this right. We do know that ultimately the art is not what sells these NFT projects. Unfortunately, if it was, this thing would sell out, no questions asked, right away, because the art is dope. We've got the ETH patch on his arm here, little Mike. Listen, the upside down flashlight right here. When I was in the Marine Corps, we always had these things attached to our pack. He really went all out. He went above and beyond. The reflection in the goggles is I believe showing some sort of a cityscape blowing up, and then we've got on a Bitcoin hoodie and it's got the salt off right here. I don't know. I love it. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys like the art. Drop a 2 if you think it needs some work. If I see a 2 in the chat, I'm just signing off, because I personally can't even imagine the art being any better than that. He went above and beyond. And guys, literally from the time we figured out monies and started pressing forward, it took the man like 2 days to show us, okay, you know what I mean? From hey, give it all to me, tell me what you guys want, and I'll give you an example. It literally took him 2 days. So I was super impressed. I see some ones in the chat. I appreciate you guys. And let's see here. Who we got today? Juggernaut in the house. Michael, good evening, good evening, good evening. Angela. Angela is my #1 TikTok follower. I think she is the OG of all OGs. Who else we got in here? John Connor's in the house. Kenton in the house. Everybody come over and say hi over in the Discord tonight. Let's get some things popping in the Discord. Maybe I'll drop a little love tonight in the Discord about the roadmap. Maybe I'll do that. Let me talk to Miguel whenever I find him. Miguel's maybe wandering around in the streets of Miami right now, just waiting for me to get there. Next week, Bitcoin conference, guys. If you want to be there, all caps, DebateCrypto. That'll give you 20% off. And yeah, I think I'm going to see. Hey, Sean, you're going to be there, right, brother? I think I'm going to see Sean there. Who else? Is anybody else in the chat going to be there? Give me a heck yeah if you're going to be there. I think Sean's going to be there. And I'm not sure about anybody else. So without further ado, let me stop fiddle farting around. Let's get into a couple articles. We are not doing a debate tonight if you didn't notice already. We are taking the weekend off. We need to get ready. We've got a whole bunch of things happening before this next week. We have a bunch of meetings that are going on as it relates to our NFT project. We have meetings relating to other business things that Miguel and I are working on as DebateCrypto has continued to grow. We've got meetings with other people that are going to be down at the conference. So we've got a lot going on. It's going to be fun for me to get away from good old Ohio for a week, but I'm actually going to be working. I do have some special plans that I plan on absolutely smashing out while I'm there, which is going to be fun. But yeah, let's get into it. So check this out. I thought this was interesting. And I don't even know who this artist is, but Wexford releases full-length studio album as NFT on Skyhut, first album to land on Neo N3. Wexford is minting its first full-length studio album, OK Suburbia, on the Skyhut NFT marketplace. The album is stored on Neo FS and is the first to be released as an NFT on Neo. Minting began at 2 p.m. UTC on Friday, April 1st, 2022. Each album costs 6 gas to mint, and there's a total supply of 200 that can ever be minted. Wexford is an alternative rock band based in Huron, Ohio. The 3 members, Dave Mueller, Randon, not random. He might be random, but his name's Randon Walter, and Andy Coleman, united during the lockdowns that resulted from the coronavirus pandemic in 2020. The band pre-released the song Those Eyes on YouTube and Less Than Alone, which recently aired on 95.3, blah. Okay, so what does this mean, right? Once all 200 albums are minted, Wexford will airdrop 10 Neo ecosystem NFTs to random wallets. The airdrops will include To the Moon character types, For the Win Rune, and HumSwap Bulls, Tigers, ANS, and ANC NFTs. So now I know what everybody's wondering. What the heck is a music NFT? And this is where I'm talking about how things can expound, expand, change, grow. Music, you guys know I love music, is where it is part of, as it relates to NFTs. It's going to be, you know, we got the artwork with the use case, we've got gaming with the use case, and we've got music with the use case. An NFT is a unique digital item held by one wallet address at a time. They're minted using smart contract. Okay, you guys know that, right? All right, let me go down. In recent years, musicians have created NFTs of their songs and sold them directly to their fan base via NFT marketplaces. This process can enable a more exclusive relationship between the musician and their supporters. Let me pause there. The whole idea there is that the artist is able to directly sell to you. We don't need the middleman. Again, this is sort of that decentralized idea where we don't need that central entity. We don't need that producer. I hate to say it, but they take a lot of money. These labels, as I should say, take a lot of money from these artists. I do know a few musicians, and they get absolutely hammered. And so I think that I like this idea. Instead of listening to a song through a streaming service that will distribute minimal royalties to the artist, the fan can purchase a copy directly from the artist. This can give musicians more control over distribution and sales. So why do I like this? I like this because I love music. I like this because I like where NFTs are headed. I like this because if these artists can actually, you know, you hear the term starving artist, okay? And that came, that's an old term. And that came from the idea that there's a lot of artists that love what they did so much, it didn't matter what kind of money they made. Well, I think some of these artists are so daggone talented, they should be paid accordingly. Now, you're going to have, you know, the Beyoncés of the world. You're going to have the Jay-Z's of the world. Coincidentally, those two are married. You're going to have the big names, Snoop and things like that. But ultimately, the mass majority of musicians are what you would probably consider starving artists that are living paycheck to paycheck. But do they have to be? I think that a lot of times when you see in some of these rap videos, when these guys are flexing, doing all of this craziness, a lot of it is actually rented out to them, or they front them the money, and then they owe it back. And so they live basically as a debt slave to the label. And how is that any different than living as a debt slave to, your job, if that's how you feel about your job, right? I don't know. I like the idea that if I was to pick up this guitar and make some beautiful music, as I sometimes can, haven't been playing very much lately, and I wanted to sell that, why do I need someone else to get in the middle? Now, there's production value, right? I've got a bunch of equipment and studios stuff and studio time and all of that. But if I have all of that, I can do something like Tom. Wow, I just totally spaced on his name, and I really like him, Tom McDonald. And be an independent artist. So, at any event, heck yeah, on the NFTs as it relates to music, I think it's a freaking great idea. Let's check in with the chat, see what everybody's up to. Let me see here. What did I miss? Let me scroll up here. Said even the color pops. Yeah, Kenton, definitely, dude. I'm telling you, I was super impressed. I actually went to bed last night. We had teased in the Discord that we were going to be releasing the art. And before I went to bed, we had it in black and white. Okay, let me back up. So yesterday morning, I think we had like just a basic, just little sketch, but it was a sketch at best. I have seen the way that this man does his artwork, so I knew where the sketch was headed. But if we would have just like kind of tossed out little breadcrumbs to you guys, I promise you, it would have been like, uh-oh, these guys are in trouble, right? Because the on the front end, if you don't know where it can get to, it's like, oh, okay. What are they doing here? Right. And so I said, heck with it, Miguel, and then it came to black and white, and the black and white was super dope. But until the color was put on it, that's what really made it, just gave it some oomph. And so, yeah, I love it as well. Sean, I think, is coming down. So I was telling Sean earlier tonight that I'm renting a Lambo while I'm down in Miami, just for fun. I want to make it really clear to everybody in here, I'm 37 years old. I got nobody to flex for, right? But I'm doing it. We're going to do some content with it. Actually, he'll probably won't see this. So BitBoy and I have become good friends. I'm going to be with him for a while, and I'm definitely making a video to make fun of Ben for having a Lambo, because that's the crypto thing to do. I'm definitely going to bust his balls a little bit for that. Looking forward to that. But yeah, we're going to have some fun. And yeah, so if you see some old guy with a big beard riding around in a white Lambo, it's probably me. Especially if he's really good looking, then it's definitely me. But Sean, I think, said he was riding down in his Ferrari, so I'm looking forward to see that. Sean, an '86 Testarossa, dude, I love those. I think those are is that the model that is in Ferris Bueller's Day Off? I think that's the model in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. If it is, it's literally one of my favorites, dude. So maybe we can maybe we can switch for a day or something. I don't know. At any event, let's jump into another article. Actually, real quick, I like this. NFTs have the potential to change all that and much more, put much more power in the artist's hands. That's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Danny, don't lie. You do not know how to adult. It definitely, it's definitely a good try, though. I'll go with it. We'll act as if you know how to cook and clean and take care of yourself, but we all know there's somebody else there probably doing that for you. All right, just kidding. All right, let's see here. Good evening, Danny. That was my way of saying good evening. I had one more article I wanted to pull up here it is. Okay, Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin. We talked about some NFTs and music NFTs. Let's talk about a little Bitcoin right quick. More than 90% of all Bitcoin is now in circulation. What's next? It took 13 years to mine the 19 millionth Bitcoin. Just don't expect the remainder anytime soon. There's some Bitcoin miners. The 19 millionth Bitcoin was mined on Friday, a significant milestone considering there will never be more than 21 million. And it means that 13 years into its existence, over 90% of all Bitcoin is now in circulation. But if you're looking forward to the historic moment when the last Bitcoin is mined, hoping it's just around the corner, we hate to break it to you. Neither you nor the current Decrypt team will see it, because in all probability, miners won't accomplish that until 2140. This is because of a process called halving. To understand halving, you need to understand the Bitcoin mining process. Now, I am not going to go into all of the details of this, but the reality is I'm going to guess that a lot of you in here know how this works. But ultimately, the Bitcoin halving happens every 4 years and it gets cut in half, cut in half, cut in half. And if you know how math works, okay, as you continue to cut a number in half, so every 4 years, let's just say we even started, with 10, right? 10 to 5 to 2.5 to 1.25 to 0.625 to 0.3225 to 0.166. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just gets exponentially smaller, and that's every 4 years. It takes a long time. So it's going to be a long time before the last Bitcoin is mined. So let me dive back into this real quick. I want to show you guys something. What's interesting about it is, where is it? In 2022, the reward for mining one Bitcoin block is 6.25 Bitcoin, just shy of 300 grand. That's what it is right now, okay? But the massive decrease in mining rewards since 2009 is due to that halving. After every 210,000 blocks are mined, the rate at which Bitcoin comes on the market slows by half because of the complexity of the mining increases. This happens roughly every 4 years. That's exactly what I was just showing you. The next halving is projected for March 2nd, 2024, which at that point, the block rewards will fall down to 3.125. What I was getting at, or what I was about to show you, was the network, as it continues to, the amount of Bitcoins continue to get smaller and smaller and less and less and less. That is part of Bitcoin's intrinsic value. I think a lot of people don't understand. They kind of throw out there like, well, I mean, it's not backed by anything. And I'm like, listen, neither is your dirty fiat money, bro. Right. And ultimately, Bitcoin does have that intrinsic value because it is supply and demand. And we have an actual supply that can't be flipped on like a money printer. This new e-cash thing that the government is trying to throw out there as if it's this great thing we've talked about. Guess what? They have the ability to turn on a printer. Uh-oh. Not sure what happened there. They have the ability to turn on a printer. It's the same idea, right? That doesn't help us. So Bitcoin does solve that problem. And I'm really looking forward to seeing whether Bitcoin is able to take its place, as I believe it should be, as the world reserve currency. I do not think that it will be what we are using to spend with day in and day out. I don't think it's fast enough. I don't think people want to spend it because of its, intrinsic value as it relates to the lessening of the supply. But I do think it can work as a reserve. So hopefully that works. I did not see anybody else say that they were going to be down at the Bitcoin conference. Last chance, guys. Anybody else going to be down at the conference? I am looking forward to it. Python Bacon says, great videos, brother. Appreciate you. I just want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. It's Saturday night. You could be out having fun, and you're stuck listening to my mouth. If anybody sees Miguel in between now and later on this evening, let me know. Still looking for him. Miguel, where are you? I'm looking for you. He's going to be mad that I'm calling him out in here, but I actually am looking for him. I'm just busting his balls. He's good. I think he's out to dinner, actually. I'm acting like he's lost, but I think he's out. So, Crypto fam, I love you guys. I really do appreciate you guys. Make sure you jump into the Discord. If you aren't in the Discord, you need to be. Let me one more time show you something. This is why you need to be in the Discord. And actually, I will pull this up so that, where is it? Here it is. I will pull this up to show you something. This is why you should be in the Discord. We've got a DC artist doing our art. And yes, it says mint on his chest. That was just basically signifying, hey, this is a trial run, just checking things out. The use case that we have with this, I just want to reiterate, we'll get more into this later on. But the use case that's with this, okay, We're going to have different poses. That's not part of the use case, but we're going to have different poses that the artist is going to be doing, which is super dope because a lot of artists will not do that. So we're going to have more than just the artist like this, which will be pretty cool. But use case, I'm going to give you one of them tonight. I've kind of alluded to it. We've halfway talked about it, but we are going to have a way to privately communicate should the grid go down between every NFT holder. If nothing else, if that doesn't have value to you to know what's going on all over the world, shoot, even if the grid doesn't go down, now all of a sudden we have our own big private community that can communicate. I know it sounds wild. I know it sounds out there, but I promise you, we've got it figured out. And there are a lot of people that communicate like this now. There is the dark web right now, which operates in a similar manner. So we do have a solution for this, and we're looking forward to being able to, if something does happen, say, hey, what's going on up here? What's going on over there? What's going on down here? What's going on over there? And we can actually communicate. Communication is key. And then the other things that go along with it, we've talked about medical readiness, right? Medical preparedness, first aid preparedness. Boom, we got you. Firearms, ammo, fire starting, shelter building, water filtration, bartering, all of this. We got you. I know it sounds ambitious, but United States Marine Corps here, baby. I don't fail when I start something, and neither does Miguel. So hopefully you guys join the Discord. Jump in there. The link is down below. I love you guys. I hope that hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And until next time, hodl like it's hot. I'll see you soon. Oh, yeah. And question everything. Trust nothing.